Welcome to Entrepreneurs Business and Finance podcast series. We're very excited today to welcome Billy G to our program. He's an expert and professional in internet marketing, pretty much anything to do with the web. And as we all know, the web is a daily part of our lives. We interact with it. I mean, some people interact with almost every minute. And so it's a topic that I find very interesting. And of course, we also love entrepreneurs, of which Billy's an entrepreneur. He has his own business. And so, Billy, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Henry. I'm excited to be here.
So let's start with just sort of an orientation of how in the world did you get to be an expert where people would pay you to make a living to help them with their web marketing, their websites, all the various things that you help them with?
Well, a little over 10 years ago, I was just bouncing around online trying to figure out how to do something else. I was in the restaurant business for 20 some odd years, and it's exhausting. I don't know if you've ever done that type of work, but it's exhausting. And I started to see that the end of the road was near, and so I started bouncing around online and looking for. I'd heard about people who were doing this thing called affiliate marketing, and I knew there was a way to sell other people's stuff and make some money. So I thought, these guys don't seem very smart. Um, I mean, it's they're I've got to be able to figure out how to do some of this stuff. So I started searching around and started sort of just putting it out there and letting people know that I wanted to build a website. At the time, it was for the survival niche, and it was a website called Survivalism 101. And I ended up meeting a guy named Randy Myers, who owns a company called Operation Web. They're still in business, doing really well out of the Coachella Valley in Southern California. And he had been doing internet marketing for about 6 or 7 years. I mean, he's from the old school. That guy was when Google was the wild, wild west. And he sort of took me under his wing, and we took on that project together. And we learned about the basics, the keyword research, how to structure a page, what blogging was, now generally referred to as content marketing or inbound marketing. And we started and implemented some social media strategies. And then we got into Amazon marketing, and we started sourcing products from China, and we started selling on Amazon. And that was very successful. We were selling everything from, it was when California was the first state to implement the shopping bag law, where you had to pay for shopping bags. And so we thought, let's sell reusable shopping bags. And we bought about 20,000 units from China, and they went like crazy. We were shocked. And then we started selling survival tools and all kinds of stuff on Amazon. And that was a lot of fun. And that's basically where I cut my teeth in the world of internet marketing.
Well, it's such an interesting thing and a amazing thing. So, we just take it for granted now. If you want to find something to buy or you're searching a
Yeah,
certain category, you might find something you didn't know existed. But then you can, find that service or find that product. And what you help people do, that you no longer put up well, some people do, and there still exists, but in this case, you don't put up a storefront on a corner in a major intersection and pay a lot of rent. You find a way to get the word out to the people that are looking for your service through
that's
the
right.
internet. And I believe you think that one of the keys to that is something called local SEO. And
Yes.
that's my experience as well.
Yeah, yeah. Internet. What we learned from the whole Amazon experience is that it Amazon kind of flipped the retail business on its head, from a selling standpoint. So traditionally you would have an idea. You had no idea whether or not somebody would be interested in buying this product, but you had to sort of do your own research, produce the product, and just throw it out there and hope that it became popular enough to where you can make a living and then eventually thrive. But Amazon um, provided keyword data, so you could find what people were searching for, and if that search term was underrepresented on Amazon, then we went out and sourced the product, and that's how we decided on what to sell. It wasn't tied to our hearts, or it wasn't an idea that we came up with. We let the keyword data dictate what we were going to sell. And so, that transitioned into local marketing and local SEO, and it's what inspired me to start an agency, because I think a lot of small business owners don't understand how much they can transform their business just with a little bit of marketing, and how to use the data that Google's giving them, um, and really be able to capitalize on that data to drive traffic and convert that traffic into calls and sales. And that's been my goal over the last 10 years, is to be able to help small business owners, targeting local audiences to thrive.
It's very satisfying. I know. I actually had an internet marketing company. That's the way that we met.
Yep.
My approach I had people that did the work for me. I understood the concepts but not the programming. But you're one of the ones that helped me back then, and of course you still help in my various businesses. So I know that it was a great help to me. It must be very satisfying when you have clients that you're able to get the word out so that they're able to find the customers that really want their product and are so satisfied to purchase it.
It's it's what I live for in business. When I get contacted by, just the other day I was contacted by my scrap metal recycling client in Southern California, and he was like, "I can't believe it. You're the only reason why we're staying afloat right now." And it's like, how can that not put a smile on your face?
That just inspires the heck out of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously people need that service, but they wouldn't know where to find it without
No.
someone like you that knows how to navigate the internet
Yeah.
to help them find it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the more internet marketing changes, the more it stays the same. SEO, I should say. SEO has always been a combination of good content, solid keyword research, and link building. And it really, at its core, has never changed. And there's the black hat community, as they're called, who try to really go, they're thinking outside the box, but they're really pushing the limits of Google's terms of service, and they'll do some risky things, and try to try to manipulate the search results. And really, all Google's updates have been battling the black hat community. They're because Google's product is results, search results. That's what their product is. If you search a keyword term and you don't find what you're looking for, then Google's in trouble. So they're always trying to make sure that the best content, the most relevant content, is in the search results, and they're the best at it. They're better than Bing and DuckDuckGo and all the other search engines out there, and that's why everybody uses them. They've got 90% of the market, or whatever it is these days, and it's because they're reliable. And so the their algorithm changes, but the basic rules always stay the same. Have good content that is relevant to the search term that you're targeting. Have a good, fast website that's mobile responsive. And they're basically saying, let us, give us the justification to rank your page. And if you have all the elements that they're looking for, and you do things the right way, and you're patient, then you're going to win in the end.
I think
And that's our basic
that's just
philosophy.
a terrific philosophy because they really are their product, and and all the search engines product, but they're the best, is, hey, I want to find something. I try to think in my head what I'm going to search for to get that something,
Right.
or explore if there's even something like that available. So your challenge is, well, how do you find out what I'm going to be searching for, and how do you explain it in such a way that your answer is exactly what I'm looking for?
Right.
Uh, and that makes it sound simple, but to your point, that hasn't changed. That part is simple. I'm just looking for a product, or looking to see if there is some sort of product that might help me with something that, and I don't even know if it's there, or I know something specific. Either way, the engines are trying to help me find that. But it takes a smart person with expertise from the company side to take that sort of seemingly simple, philosophy that hasn't changed, and actually implement it. And
Right.
I know you mentioned you're going to, perhaps, you're focusing on the direction of your agency. You want to wrap up with kind
Yeah.
of what the focus of
Yeah.
your
So
agency is?
yeah, and that ties perfectly into what we're doing here, because um I currently, the name of my agency is WA Rank, WA for Washington, and we're currently rebranding under Shield Web Design, and it's because we want to expand our geographical reach. We're going to go national, and um using the same strategies that we do for our clients, because we market to local audiences as well. We're just going to expand to 25,000 cities across the United States for 3 to 5 services that we're offering: web design, pay-per-click, basically Google and Bing marketing, and link building. And we're going to use, again, the same strategies that we're offering our clients. And so the reason I focus on local business owners who are marketing to, let's say, multiple cities. So like a lawyer or a doctor, or a home service provider, like a window installer or gate repair specialist or a plumber. All of these people generally will cover, let's say, a county. If they're a bigger business, sometimes like a general contractor in, let's say, the Dallas area, will cover all the cities in the DFW area. Ideally, what you want for these clients' websites is to have what are called city pages, which are unique pages of content on a website dedicated to a specific geographical area. And so, not just to a specific geographical area, but to that specific service. So let's say you're a plumber, and you have, your services are emergency plumbing, commercial plumbing, and residential plumbing. You will have, let's say, for the city of Waco, Texas, you'll have a landing page for that service many times over for each one of those cities. So there'll be a Waco emergency plumbing page, a Waco commercial plumbing page, a Waco industrial plumbing page, a Waco residential plumbing page, specific to that service. And that goes back to giving Google a product that it can rank, justify, give us something to rank. So if it's very niche and geographically specific, Google will eventually rank that page.
Clarify for those who aren't specialists in the internet. Rank just means appear when someone searches for that particular
Yes,
product
yes.
or service.
Ranked
Up
is page one on Google,
page
because
one.
anything, and
Very good.
if you're not on page one, you might as well not exist. Really, if you're looking to get internet traffic. Some people launch a website and they just want to drive traffic to the website the old-fashioned way, or build their brand, and people will search their brand name, and that's fine. But if you're looking specifically to get organic traffic from Google, and you're a local business owner who is covering large swaths of, multiple counties, and multiple cities, anything over, say, 2 or 3 cities, then you should have a city specific landing page for each one of your services. The beauty of that is that they're very easy to rank. They're very easy to get onto the first page of Google. Maybe not for cities like Dallas, but for all of the other cities in, say, Dallas County, it's much easier. It's much easier to get those pages ranking, and they won't, of course, pull as much traffic as the larger cities, but the smaller cities within a larger metropolitan area, they might get let's say like a Plano page might get 3 calls a month. But those add up. You know, if you've got 100 pages, let's say there are, I don't know how many cities are in Dallas, but just to keep it a round number, let's say there are 100 cities, incorporated and non-incorporated, in the county of Dallas, and you've got 5 services, you've got 500 pages. You know, even if you got average 1 call every 2 months, you're getting 250 calls a month.
I mean, it's astounding. So when I had my company and you helped me with one of these projects where for a catering company,
Yeah.
they didn't really have any online marketing presence. Just like you said, they had the name of the company. So if you knew the name of the company, you'd search it in, you'd find their company. But if you were looking for a catering company and you searched in, you would get all these other catering companies, but you wouldn't get theirs. And they
Right.
had some things that were unique about their catering company that people wanted. They would do corporate events, they had a certain type of food, home cooking.
Mhm.
And we built city pages for them with my old
Yeah.
company throughout Dallas Fort Worth. And in the first year after doing that, they could attribute an increase in their revenue by about a third. So
Yeah,
those are the
that's
things that you
huge.
could those are the things that you can help people with.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know if we want to wrap it up on that, but
Well,
you're
if I could
one
just
more.
talk about one more thing, Henry,
Yes.
the beauty of building these landing pages at scale is that they work hand in hand with a strategy called SKAG, SKAG, which is an acronym for Single Keyword Ad Group. And so when you're building a Google Ads campaign, you can build a broad campaign and drive all the traffic. Let's say, going back to the plumber example again, if you were to just target Dallas County and drive everybody to the homepage of your website, um, you're going to get some conversions, but you're going to have a lower quality score. Google gives every campaign and landing page a quality score. You're going to have a higher cost per click. You're going to have a lower conversion rate because you might be targeting 5 different services to one page that doesn't necessarily talk about those 5 different services. And so what these city landing pages allow us to do is to deploy a SKAG campaign. So each page will have its own campaign. So if you have that website that's 500 pages, you would have 500 single keyword ad group campaigns. So there's a very tight cluster of keywords that would be targeted to one specific page. And that, of course, drives your quality score up. It reduces the ad spend because your cost per click is lower and your conversions are higher. So you can save as much as 10-20% on ad spend and increase your conversions by 10-20% at the same time. And that goes back to Google pushing content that even on their paid platform, most business owners are under the assumption that when you bid for a campaign, whoever bids the highest gets the top result. That's not necessarily the case. Google is more interested in the relevancy of a page. So if you have a page that has a low relevancy score, a low quality score, and you're bidding, say, $5 a click, but somebody has a high relevancy score, and it's the content and the ad is specific to the city and the exact service they're searching for, and you're bidding, say, $3 a click, you may take the #1 spot from them because Google is not going to trade dollars for a search result that could be less than what the customer is looking for. And so that's the foundation of my strategy for local businesses, is to launch these city pages and to couple them with a single keyword ad group campaign that I'm able to deploy with software. You can imagine some of these campaigns get huge, even for a 500 page website. That's 500 campaigns you have to set up. So I have a software engineer that I work with who's developed some software where I can drop in these websites and it will scrape and separate all of the pages, assign the keyword based on the metadata that it pulls in from the back end of each web page, assign the keywords to that website, and build out on a spreadsheet the entire Google campaign, the entire SKAG campaign. And I can upload that into the ads manager and have 500,000, 35,000 SKAG campaign up and running in a week versus months to set up. And so that's something that we're really excited about, and I'm just actually putting together that content to launch on the new website that we're going to get going here. Right now, my agency is called WaRank, as I mentioned earlier, and we're going to be rebranding under Shield Web Design, which is going to be the national site. And so, yeah, we're
Just
super excited to help business owners across America take advantage of the strategy. It's proven. I know it works, and in many cases, it can absolutely transform a business.
well, it's just fantastic to talk to a real expert, and thank you for being on the show. And hey, we'll follow up soon.
Okay, thanks, Henry. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Look forward to the next one.
You bet.